Hello everyone, this is Yasara. I hope you all liked my time management video and the tips which I have shared with you all. Hope you guys are following it. Now, our next topic is leadership skills. Here, we are going to discuss more about how to become a better leader. First thing we are going to discuss about is confidence. The confidence level defines your leadership skills. First, you have to be confident. The second thing is you should have a good team, which means you should build a good team. And so you have to start building a connection between your team so that once you start building connections, next the trust will be built between you and your team members. Next, each and every one of you is a leader. It doesn't matter like whether you are a team lead or a team member. Each one of you is a leader, and if you want to grow to and move to next level, you should enable your team members or your colleagues, whoever is there in your surroundings. You have to enable them and help them to grow further. Next thing is you have to motivate your team members and shield them whenever they are struggling, or whenever they cannot move further. You have to help them, and you should be telling them constantly that you are there always if they are stuck, which is you are you have to listen to their concerns, and give them the continuous feedbacks. And you also have to show some empathy. It's not about like you are talking more about the tasks which you have given to them. You can ask, how are you doing, or is everything is okay, all well. These phrases will help them to build a connection between you, and they will always be ready to share the things what is happening around them with you. And the next thing is appreciate them. So how many of you like appreciations? So if they complete any tasks or anything which you have told or assigned to them, just appreciate them. This one appreciation will give energy to them to do more than what you thought. Okay. And next thing is stick to the process. First, define a process, plan properly, and stick to that process, and inspire people. Do not ask anyone to follow you. Whatever you do, they should, on seeing you itself, they should get that interest, and they should also be involved into that. Next is, I wanted to tell you a river rafting example which will help you to relate the team with that current river rafting example. Okay. So recently I went for a river rafting. There we met a wonderful guy, and he was very much experienced, and he was well versed in 5 to 6 languages, which we couldn't believe that he know that 5 to 6 languages, and managed and built connection between multiple members, and his network was very large. When he expresses this, we were shocked and we were happy also on the same time, because we were from different regions, and he could able to communicate to each one with their own languages. And the next thing is, on seeing them on seeing him, we got confident that okay, we can go and row the boat, because he said that whatever I say, just follow the instructions. And he made us comfortable by giving the good costume and life jacket. You hope you all know that if we wear life jacket, we will have automatically our subconscious mind will tell that yes, life jacket can save us by making us to float on the water. So what he told us, wear this costume and come, then we will just start. So once we all ready, he said, first of all, we have to bring your body temperature to the current water temperature. So he asked to get into the water at the lower level and allowed us to float into the water. We were scared, but he said, okay, don't worry, I am there. Then we got into the water and we were floating. That brought little confidence, and we got into the boat and started rowing. Slowly, when he started giving the instructions, he allowed each and every one of us to row the boat. First, one by one, he said, and two members, four, six. Then we were six in that boat. So all six were rowing the boat except him. He said, "You don't worry. If something happens wrong, I am there for you." This one statement made us to stay in the boat and row the boat confidently. Then slowly consider, if six of you are there which doesn't know how to row a boat. If six of you rowing the boat in six different directions, what will happen? Anything may happen. Even the boat can be flipped, right? So but he was allowing us because he was having confidence in our abilities as well as in his abilities. Like if we do something wrong and something happens, he will be there to save us. That thought he was also having, vice versa, we also had that confidence in him. Okay, so trust is built over here. And after going into the middle of the water, he suddenly told that, "Jump." We were, "What?" He told, "Jump into the water." We were like, "Why we should?" And you didn't give this instruction in the beginning. But still he said, "I know. I already told that. Follow my instructions. So this is my next instruction. Please jump into the water." But for a second, we were thinking whether to jump or not. But later, he said, "Don't worry, I am there." Same dialogue which he told before getting into the boat. So we jumped. Nothing happened. We were just floating. And he was there to help us to get into the boat again. So why I wanted to tell this is, this all depends on the teamwork. Okay. So he was, that time I realized that he was a better lead, and he organized it very well, and he gave the confidence to us, and he was also confident. So that if you are a team lead, you should have this confidence in you and as well as in your team members. You should trust them, and don't say that uh, I don't have this role to do this task. Role is nothing to do with your work, what you are doing. For example, you are a developer and the other guy is a tester. This role will just prevent you to do or learn the other tasks. For example, if you consider yourself as a developer, then if I give you some testing work, then your mind will automatically think that I am a developer, why should I do testing? This is a wrong thought. If you, whatever work you are getting, if you start doing it, then you will become an all-rounder. Correct? So this title should not prevent you to do the task which you are getting. So leave the title. That title doesn't have any power. For example, I have told this developer and tester. Most of the people will be telling that in my organization, I did get this position. What will happen if you get this position? Still you will be same. Anything is going to be changed. And once the position goes off, for example, consider you are a software engineer and you become senior software engineer. Then your thoughts, everything will change according to the role. So now my point is, it should not change according to your role. It should change according to your thoughts and what you wanted to achieve. Right? So I hope you all liked this river rafting video. I think I have given enough tips which will help you to be a better lead and make a better tomorrow. And the title doesn't have any power. This phrase I learned from a book called The Leader Who Had No Title, which was referred by my mentor Meera Nadarajan, and I'm very thankful to her. So after reading that book, I came to know that title had no power with what you are doing. So whatever you do, excel in that and enable the people around you so that you can move to next level. So the key points what we have discussed so far is, if you want to be a better leader, you have to plan properly. You should be confident in your abilities and your team members' ability, motivating your team consistently, shielding your team whenever is required, inspiring them, learning together. So, be a better leader and make a better tomorrow. Thank you all. Bye bye.